Okay guys, so in the previous lesson we learned that the scale factor is the rate of change from one similar shape to another. And we learned that basically if I give you a small shape, let's say I give you this shape right here, I know it's weird, but then I give you another similar shape, and I tell you, well, this length here was 3, you have a scale factor of 4, find the length here. The scale factor is what you multiply it by, right? So 3, your length of the smaller one, times 4, your scale factor, will give you the length of your bigger shape, which in this case will be 12. Make sense? But this is going from the smallest to the biggest. Scale factor can also work the other way. You can go from the big to the small. Okay, so let's just check it out here. Let's say I give you a really big square, and then I give you a really small square. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the value of the top of this square is going to be 10. Okay, and I'm going to tell you that you have a scale factor of 1/5. Now I want you to find the corresponding side on the small square, which will be the top, of course. So let's mark that with X. All you have to do is multiply. Nothing's changed. You're going to take that 10, you're going to multiply it by 1/5. Okay? Now remember, you know how to multiply fractions. You take your 10, you give it a denominator of 1. Okay, 10 times 1, 10. 1 times 5, 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Your X is 2. Please notice in this example, on the left-hand side of the screen, when you're looking at the green shapes, when you were moving from a small shape to a big shape, your scale factor was just a normal number and you multiplied. On the right-hand side, when you're looking at the orange shapes, when you're going from a big shape to a small one, your scale factor is always going to be a fraction. You're still multiplying, but it's going to be a fraction. So obviously, when you're going from big to small, your new number is going to be a little bit smaller. Okay? Let's do one more example here on the left, and I'll leave you to it. So let's say I give you, I don't know, let's give you a weird shape. Something like this, right? Now that's what you're going to end up with. Sorry, my computer is lagging a little bit because why would it not? Okay. And then, so let's say in this case, I'm going from the bigger shape to the smaller shape. Now the bottom of the bigger shape is 8. And I want to find out what the bottom of the smaller shape is going to be. Now, to find this out, you need to know the scale factor. And I'm going to tell you your scale factor is 1/2. Remember, it makes sense that it's a fraction. If you're going from big to small, your scale factor is always going to be a fraction. Remember, all you have to do is multiply. Take your 8 times, take your 8, multiply it by 1/2. And remember how to multiply fractions. You take your whole number, you give it a denominator of 1, you can just multiply. 8 times 1, 8. 1 times 2, 2. 8 divided by 2, 4. The value of X is 4. Please realize that the scale factor being a fraction makes sense. If you look on the blue left-hand shape, the bottom length is 8. Well, the scale factor is telling you that your new shape on the right, your smaller shape, will be half of that 8. Half of 8 is 4. If you look at the example on your right-hand side, basically from the big, which is 10, to the small, which is 2, they were telling you, hey, you're going to have a scale factor of 1/5. Well, guess what? 1/5 of 10 is 2. Okay? That's how all of this begins to tie in together. Anyway, I don't want to complicate it for you. It's a really simple procedure. You take whatever your initial side length is, you multiply it by your scale factor, and you get your answer. That's it.